Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make an 8-bit version of Jacksepticeye, but this isn't just a random version of Jack, this is Jack from PewDiePie's game, Legend of the Brofist. By the way, if you have any more building related needs, especially if they're related to Legend of the Brofist, feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my other various tutorial playlists. Moving on, if you want to make Jack, here's what you're going to need. You will need some black wool and some dark grey wool. Grab light grey, dark green, lime green, dark blue, cyan, light blue, and finally guys, grab yourself some white wool. Now, we will need a lot more colours later on, but we're just going to have to grab them as we need them because we have run out of room. Once you have each one of these materials right here, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I've got to make sure that this lines up properly, got to leave enough room for the big floating light behind Jack. So, once you have your materials, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll probably be making it right here. You're going to want to kick off Jack with a row of 2 black wool coming directly up from the ground. That's 1 and 2. You then want to take this second black wool block and do 2 upright diagonals from it, so that'll be 1 and 2. Then go up on top of that second upright diagonal by 1. Then do an upright diagonal. And go up by 2, 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal. And go up by 2, 1, 2. Then do 3 bottom left diagonals, so the first one will go here, 2, 3. Then go left of that third bottom left diagonal by 1. Then do an up left diagonal. And go up by 2, 1, 2. Then do 2 up right diagonals, that's 1, 2. Then go up on top of that second upright diagonal by 2, 1, 2. Then do 2 up right diagonals, that's 1, 2. Then go right by 2, 1, 2. Then go up by 6, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then go left of this 6th block with your dark grey by 3, that's 1, 2, 3. Then take out your black wool again and go left by 1. Then do 3 bottom left diagonals, that's 1, 2, 3. Then go left by 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, not only do you want to do 2 up left diagonals from this 4th block, that'll be 1 and 2, but from this very same 4th block you want to go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal. Then go down by 1. And do a bottom left diagonal. Now, from that diagonal you want to go down by 1, but from that very same diagonal you want to do an up left diagonal. Then go up on top of that up left diagonal by 10, that's 1, 0, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then from this 10th block do 3 upright diagonals, that's 1, 2, 3. Then go right by 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 3 bottom right diagonals, that's 1, 2, 3. Then go down until you connect all the way back to where you first started, and what you should have now guys should look a little bit like this, and this is obviously the Jacksepticeye, I guess, floating behind Jack. Once you've got that taken care of, we can now return back to where we were first building. So coming back up to this black wall that we went off from with the dark grey, you want to do 3 upright diagonals from this black, that's 1, 2, 3. Then go right by 5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do 3 bottom right diagonals, so 1, 2, 3. Then go down by 1, and go left of this block by 1, but also do a bottom right diagonal from that block. Then go down by 1. Then go left by 2, 1, 2. And go down by 1, 2, 3. Go down by 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. But from the same block that you went down from, this one right here where you just went down by 4, you also want to go left of this block by a further 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do an up left diagonal. And go left of that diagonal until you connect all the way over to the other side of the outline, like this. Once you've got that taken care of, you now want to come down to this bottom block of your row of 4. And from this block you want to do 2 bottom left diagonals, that's 1 and 2. Go left of that second bottom left diagonal by 2, 1, 2. Then go down by 2, 1, 2. Then continue to go down by 1 with your white. Then go down by 1 with your black. Then right 1. Then go down by 2, 1, 2. You then want to go right of this middle block, this first block that we placed coming down by 3, that's 1, 2, 3. Then do an upright diagonal, and go up by 1. Then do 2 up left diagonals, that's 1 and 2. You want to have formed this shape. This is Jack's other arm. Once you've got that taken care of, you now want to return it back down to here where we have this sticky out single black wall block, and from this black wall block do 2 bottom right diagonals, so that's 1, 2. Then go down by 3, 1, 2, 3. Do a bottom right diagonal, go down by 1, down by 1, and then go left by 5, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go up by 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do an up left diagonal, and go left by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal and connect all the way back to where you first started. So the outline that we're looking at should look a little bit like this, guys, and that is perfect. That's what we want so far for Jack. Now, once you've reached this point right here, the only thing that we have to do is colour this thing in. We're going to start with the eye, and then we're going to add what we can to the body, but then we're going to need a palette swap. So, once you've reached this point right here, you now want to make your way to the big giant floating eye. So, what do we want to do here? Starting from on top of this bottom right hand side where we have this first diagonal, we want to do a layer of dark green wool that looks a little bit like this. It's going to be easier to just kind of like do this and show you. So you just kind of want to add a layer of dark green at the bottom and coming up a little bit the left hand side of the eye like this. You can see on the right hand side it doesn't connect, but on the left hand side it does. You also want to fill in this bottom left hand diagonal shape that we have right there at the base of the eye. That also wants to be filled in with dark green. Then take out your dark blue wool, and starting left of this second dark green wool block that we placed, we want to do 2 dark blue going left. Then do 2 up left diagonals with the dark blue, that's 1, 2. Then we go up 1, 2 up right diagonals, 1, 2, right 1, 2 bottom right diagonals, 1, 2, go down 1, and then do a bottom left diagonal to give you this. You then want to fill the entire center part of that in with black, except for this block right here. That one right there, you want to place a white wool. And that's of course just like the little gleam of the eye. What you can then do, guys, is just fill the surrounding area around that pupil in with lime green wool. So what we'll end up with, guys, should look a little bit like this, and it's actually quite colourful and almost somewhat cute. That is the little floating eye that follows Jack. What we can then do, guys, is get rid of these 3 bridging blocks that we placed earlier. Those 3 dark grey wool, we don't really need those anymore. So that's the eye. Once you've got that taken care of, guys, let's work on the rest of Jack. So work our way from the top to the bottom, shall we? So for the hat here, we're first of all going to want to place 2 dark grey wool in this position on the head. It's difficult to say, you know, where exactly to place those, but you guys can see. And we also want to just do a horizontal row of dark grey wool just above that, and that's kind of just like the, what do you call that, like the lip of the cap or something? That's kind of like where the cap separates anyway. You just want to add your dark grey wool there. Once you've done that, we have a little bit of detail to add to the face. So just underneath this section in the top right hand corner of the face, you want to place a light blue wool coming down with a cyan underneath it. Then, skipping a row coming left, you want to do a similar thing. You want to do a light blue wool coming down with a cyan underneath it. Then you want to do 2 rows of 2 white wool next to that left eye. Those are Jack's eyes. Once you've got that taken care of, we now want to move down ever so slightly further. Can you guys see where we have this? This is like at the bottom of the head. Well, with your dark blue wool going left of this corner block, do 3 dark blue. That's 1, 2, 3. You then want to do an up left diagonal. You then want to take out your cyan and you want to go left 1, up 1, left 1. You then want to take out your dark blue, place the dark blue, and then do 2 bottom left diagonals with your dark blue. That's 1, 2, like that. You can then just fill these 2 empty blocks in with cyan, like so. What you then want to do, guys, is with your cyan, going right of this second dark blue, you want to do a cyan going right by 1, then do 2 bottom right diagonals, that's 1 and 2. You then want to go down by 3, that's 1, 2, 3. Then take out your dark blue and continue to go down by 1. Go left 1, and then go up by 3, 1, 2, 3, to give you this shape. And what you can also do, take out your cyan again, and you want to take this bottom cyan block and you want to extend it to the right until you hit the right hand side there with your cyan. Then take out your white wool, and you want to, you see where we have this right wool on the right here, do an up left diagonal from it, go up by 1, and we will end up with one of those shapes. That's kind of like the drawstring to the hoodie that he's wearing, and we want to have that exact same shape ever so slightly on the left here. So leaving like a gap of 2, we want to then emulate that shape just on the left, like so. What we then want to do is just fill the middle section where he has his like his jumper or his hoodie or whatever it's supposed to be. We just want to fill that in with cyan wool. Once you've done that, you now want to come all the way down to the feet, and these are going to be the last bits that we can do with our current colours. You want to fill the bottoms of the feet, the left one, you want to fill in the bottom with white wool. Then you want to place a row of cyan on top. Then the right one, you want to place a row of light grey at the bottom, and you want to do a row of dark blue on top. And what you'll end up with, guys, in total, just to show you guys Jack, since you don't need to see the eye, this is what you want to have so far. Now, once you've got all of that taken care of, you now want to discard your current colour set, and you want to grab a load of clay. You want to grab white stained clay, followed by light grey stained clay, brown stained clay, cyan stained clay, purple, and magenta stained clay. Once you have all of these, we can get to it. So now we're going to build our way from the bottom up to the top, because why not? So take out your purple stained clay, and on top of the middle center, just like between Jack's legs, on top of this right hand black wool block, place a purple clay coming up, then go right of it by 1, then up by 2 until you hit the bottom of the body. You then want to fill the right hand side in with purple clay, and then you want to fill the left hand side in with magenta stained clay. I was just about to call it pink. I really don't know the names of the other clays, to be honest. I only know like black stained clay and white stained clay. But you just want to fill the legs in like this. Perfect. Once you've done that, you then want to take out your light grey stained clay and fill in this right hand arm here with light grey stained clay, like that. And that is perfect. You then want to come to the left hand side here, and you kind of want to like coat the bottom of the arm in light grey stained clay, and it wants to look a little bit like this. It's easier to just kind of like show you guys rather than explain it. And once you've coated it with the light grey stained clay, you can then just fill the center part in here with white stained clay. So you just want to have this for the left arm, which is perfect, guys. Now, once you've got the body taken care of, all we have to do now is obviously Jack's head and stuff. So, where we have this single diagonal at the bottom right-hand side of Jack's head... Oh! No, never mind, I thought we were going to need another colour. Where we have this single diagonal, take out your light grey and stained clay, do an up-left diagonal from it, then go left by 2. 1, 2. Like so. You then want to, starting on top of this top left-hand corner block where we have this cyan, go up on top of it by 1 with your brown, 2 with your white stained clay, and then 1 with your brown, then go right by 1, then down by 2, and you also want to go right 1 of that same block that you went down from. So you kind of like want to form kind of like a T shape like this. Once you've got that taken care of, all we have to do now, guys, is just fill the face in with white stained clay, and then we've just got to fill the top of the head in, the hat, in with cyan stained clay, and that will be Jack. That will be Jack pretty much done. I'm actually curious as to how long this has taken, because this has taken a little bit longer than PewDiePie, and it's probably taken longer than PewDiePie and one of his dogs combined. But this is what you want to have, guys, once you have completely filled him in. So why don't we take off the UI and we can have a bit of a gander at this. So this is what you want to have, guys, and if I do say so, this is a pretty cool looking pixel art. I really like this. Hopefully you guys like him. Hopefully you've managed to make him, and let me just see if I can get all of them in frame. I think I've made him a little far away from PewDiePie, but I wanted to make sure that we were gonna get everything in. I didn't want the eye to collide with PewDiePie. Maybe I'll make Martzia or something in between them. But that is what you want to have, guys, just to show you them all together. Eventually we're gonna have all of the characters by the looks of it. So hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you've managed to make it. And if you did like it, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like, a favorite, a share. If you wouldn't mind, guys, I would just really appreciate it. Feel free to comment down below, what do you want to see me make next? I'm going to make all of the main characters, or all of the characters from PewDiePie's game Legend of the Brofist. Feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for all of those if you want to see them. So instead of, oh my god, why can't I talk today, guys? Not only have I made Jack, I've also made PewDiePie, Maya, and Edgar, as you guys might have already figured out. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Like, favorite, share if you wouldn't mind.